Howdy, and welcome to the Highline Herd podcast, where stories ride strong and the bond between folks and their horses runs deep. Each Sunday, we're talking everything from trail tips and tack to good old horse sense and the people who live it every day. Keep up with the herd by following us over on Instagram at the Highline Herd and swinging by our website at thehighlineherd.com. Now, let's ride into today's episode. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Highline Herd. I'm Skylar,
And I'm Shelby.
and today we're going to be talking about trailering and trailer prep. We touched base on this topic a little bit in previous episodes, but we realized we never went in depth. So today that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, and our focus is going to be mostly on just prepping trailers for end of season, for beginning of season, the little bit of trailer maintenance you need to do. We might touch on a couple of points regarding why a horse may not load in a trailer, just to give you some ideas of things you do need to make sure you're checking.
Yeah.
But in terms of horses and loading, that may be another episode on its own.
I think so. We could probably talk about that for a long time, just with our experiences and the horses we've seen. And yeah.
And the ones that develop the really funny issue of they load and haul amazing, but the moment you want to take them out,
It's a different story.
yeah.
Or you have cases like Mr. Willie, where he has trouble backing out of a trailer. There's a bunch of issues that can arise with trailing horses, trauma that they carry with them, and things that you got to help them get through. So we can cover that in a future episode.
That'll make a good episode on its own.
Yeah.
But this is mostly just about trailer maintenance and getting trailers ready for seasons.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, I guess we can start with probably beginning of season prep, since we are right on the cusp of spring and warm weather.
Supposedly here, but it's not here. It's mud season.
It's mud season. We don't get spring or winter between the months of like January and May in Ohio.
It's mud.
It's just mud season because the temperatures fluctuate. The weather can't decide what it wants to do. It's just
It's fun for everybody.
It's a delightful experience,
Yeah.
let me tell you.
Heck, earlier this week it was 60 degrees, and now we had snow this morning, to the point where I had to blanket horses. It was that cold.
Yeah, like just the other day it was warm. We were out in just like shirts and jeans. And then this morning we wake up and we're like bundled up again.
Yep.
The wind chill is back in the teens.
Yep.
There's snow everywhere. Like
Ohio likes to tease us with its weather.
It cannot make up its mind.
No.
Hence the term mud season.
Mud season, it's just the easiest way to describe what type of environment we're living in right now. And this will be like that for the next couple of weeks, and then spring will finally be here. But we're going to talk about what we do to prep. We've talked about how we get our horses ready for the season, how we do everything, but we've not talked about our equipment. And that's part of the biggest thing. The trailer is what gets you places. It's what allows you to have the freedom of riding.
Yeah, the trailer is what opens up your world and your experiences. So, I mean, one of the things you could do to get started. So, we'll start kind of with what we do, because our trailers get used year round. We don't put our trailers up for the winter. So what I do with my trailer is, once we're kind of out of the cold and salting the roads, what you want to do, and you really should be doing this on every vehicle if you live somewhere with ice and snow, is make sure you hose down and clean your undercarriage as best you can to help reduce the damage from the salt and reduce rusting that comes from the salt. This is really popular. Like, you'll see guys with collector cars or trucks. There are products out there that neutralize the salt and the effect of it eating the metal.
Chemicals that are in it.
Yeah. So those are all really good things to try and do to help prolong the life of your trailer, the safety of your trailer, especially if you have an aluminum floor trailer.
Oh, yes.
Like, I have wood. I like wood. I prefer wood. But some trailers out there, I think Featherlights are known for it, having aluminum floors. Those can rust out really quick if you don't take care of them.
Then when they have holes, it becomes a whole nother issue.
Yeah. So that's one of the big things is cleaning your trailer, cleaning your undercarriage, making sure you don't let the salt eat your trailer.
Hmm.
The other big thing is checking your tires. How's your tread? How's your tire pressure?
Yes.
You know, do you need to possibly change a tire? Like, you're looking at, like, oh, I might be able to get a few more miles, but reality is you don't want to be going down the highway and then blow a tire.
Blow a tire or something happens where the tire comes off. There's
Yeah,
so many issues that can arise, and your tire is the thing that makes or breaks your trailer.
it is. And when we say check your tires, we mean your spare too.
Hmm.
Like, my trailer has a spare tire on the side. Well, I've got to check the pressure and tread on that just as
Hmm.
much as I do the tires that are making contact with the road.
Yeah.
So that's don't skimp on just checking the tires that are making contact with the road.
Hmm.
Make sure you're checking your spare
All of
too.
them.
All of it.
Yes.
And if your trailer comes with hubcaps like mine does, make sure those aren't loose. Make sure those are secure.
Hmm.
Make sure those aren't going to come off and cause more issues for somebody
Yeah.
else. You
Yeah.
can be held liable for the damage your trailer causes to other vehicles.
Yes. Anything that comes out of your vehicle, whether it, flies out, it was in the bed of your truck, etc., you are held liable in court for any damage caused to a person or their vehicle.
Yep. So bear that in mind when you hang stuff on your trailer
Mhm.
or you have hubcaps or something like that. Bear in mind that you will be held liable if any damages come from
Mhm.
what will be deemed negligence,
Yes.
even if it was just
An
accidental.
accident, yeah.
Yeah. Because sometimes things do happen, bad luck does exist, but it's still going to get ruled as negligence and you will still be responsible.
Yes. And nobody wants that on their plate.
No. And if we stay on the topic of starting at the bottom and going up your trailer, the next thing is checking your brakes.
Oh yeah.
That's a really, really big one. Make sure your brakes are in good condition. Make sure your trailer stops when it's supposed to. Now, I will say trailer brakes, I know a lot of people tend to go 50-50 on if they're important or not.
Mhm.
I know some people that are like, oh, well, your trailer brakes really aren't all that important if you have a big enough truck. And, sometimes trailer brakes aren't super reliable,
Mhm.
depending on the age of the trailer or the type.
Yeah.
But it's always good to have them just in case. I know for me,
Yes.
my truck has no weight to it. All the weight's in the trailer.
Mhm.
Like, guys, my truck is a Chevy Colorado. There's no weight to it.
No, it's
That's
super
it's
light.
it's so light. It's just if the road's even a little bit wet, it just wants to slide everywhere. Like, there's nothing holding it on the road. So my trailer, I have a lighter trailer. I have a smaller trailer. It still pushes me and moves me around. So for me, trailer brakes are huge.
Mhm.
They make the journey a lot less stressful and a lot safer
Oh
for
my
everybody.
gosh. Yes, I've ridden with quite a few old cowboys that have older trailers, and they have no brakes at
None.
all.
None.
That is terrifying to ride with them and to feel the trailer push you and
Oh my goodness.
oh,
And I know people
oh.
that think it's fine, but I'm like,
No.
I used to know this lady. She called herself a trainer. She really wasn't. And she hauled client horses in a truck and trailer with no brakes. And she would just blow through stop signs or red lights because she couldn't stop,
Oh my
especially
god.
on hills. And like, y'all need to realize, like,
Big
that's
scary.
so dangerous. Not
Yeah.
just for your horses and yourself, but for other
Other
people.
people.
Like, so having brakes on your truck and your trailer is huge. It's so, like, even semi truck drivers, like, they have brakes along their entire system.
Yeah.
On the trailer, on the truck itself. So yeah, your truck might be bigger than your load. That's great, but you still want to be safe, not sorry.
And you also don't want to put that amount of stress on your truck, on your vehicle.
You don't. It's very hard on your transmission, and if you
Yeah.
don't care about your vehicles, your trailer, think about the stress that puts on your horses.
Yeah,
They're
them
just
too.
getting kind of tossed around
Tossed
back
around.
there.
And I think everybody should have to be put in the back of a horse trailer to experience what it's like just driving normally, driving safely, but also what it's like taking sharp turns or going too fast around turns or slamming on the brakes because that crap hurts when you get smashed around in there.
Having been on a hay wagon it's comparable, and yet no.
Yeah.
Like, we're on two legs, not four, so it can be harder for us to balance, but
Mhm.
at the end of the day, with enough force, you can still jostle anything.
Yeah.
I mean, the only reason cows stay upright in the trailers because there's so many of them packed in there, but even then, the amount of cows that will just lay down or go down is insane.
Yeah.
Like, so even if you don't care about your equipment or the other drivers, at least care about the animals you're
Yes.
in charge
They're the
of.
precious cargo.
And you know what? I know plenty of horses that have been soured to the trailer after being tossed around.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest reasons that a horse won't load because they're like, I know what happens in there, and it hurts, and it's not fun, and it's scary. Which
Yeah.
I don't blame them,
Yeah.
honestly.
They're trusting you to take care of them, and you're not taking care of
Yeah,
them. Like, Valor tosses himself around the trailer.
yeah.
Like, I try to drive as nicely as I can, and he just.
He just leans on the sides and then ping pongs off
He
whatever
just
side,
yeah, it's 1,400 pounds back there,
throwing it.
just letting himself get tossed around. I'm like, buddy, your feet are how big, and you're not holding yourself at all.
Yeah, he's just lazy.
He is.
That's
He
all it
really is.
boils down to.
I swear, you would not know he was a cross if he had feathers.
Yeah,
The only reason you know he's a cross is because there's no feathers.
yeah.
Otherwise, people would think he's just a big
Full
gypsy.
draft. Yeah.
So that's your salt management, your undercarriage, your tires, your brakes, making sure there's no loose things. Before we go to the interior of your trailer, make sure you're checking your collars, your pins, your wiring.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure all of that's all greased up if it needs greased. Make sure your jack is good.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I don't know if anybody here has ever had to fix a trailer jack without.
It's not fun.
It's not.
It's not fun.
It's not fun. And it's really hard to do when you don't have the proper tools.
Yes.
So, when you're getting ready to go out, make sure all of that's good because you never know if you might have to hook or unhook.
Yep.
Sometimes to get out of a sketchy spot, you gotta rearrange a little
Gotta
bit.
do some finagling.
Yeah. And make sure your wiring's good. Make sure your brake lights are good, your hazards, your turn signals.
Yeah, I know a lot of people drive around without working lights on their trailers. And
And
that's another hazard because people behind you don't know what you're doing.
they don't know what you're doing, but think about night driving or driving in the rain.
Yes.
You can't see.
No.
Do you remember when we had Remedy?
Yeah.
We went and picked him up, and on the way back, we got stuck in a downpour.
Torrential downpour to the point like you couldn't see.
You couldn't, and there was
No.
I can't remember, was it a trailer or a car that didn't have lights?
There was a
And
couple of cars.
they
Yeah.
yeah, and it was just like they just appeared.
No lights, no nothing. And they
Yeah,
were in our blind spots. And then they would just pull up
appear.
next to us.
Yeah.
It was terrifying.
It
And
was. It's a huge safety hazard.
it's so dangerous.
Like, truly, imagine you're on the highway and it's dark, it's like 3 a.m., there's not a lot of traffic, so you think you're fine. You know who drives at 3 a.m.? Semis.
Semis. Tired semis.
Yeah. Do you really want them winding up inside your trailer because they couldn't see you because you had no
Yeah.
lights?
No.
No.
No, thank you.
And you're gonna get people that want to ride up your butt for some reason. So having a turn signal and having brake lights can help with that.
Hmm.
Having hazards can let people know to go around you.
Yeah.
I know I flicked on my hazards a couple of times because I'm like, I'm not going any faster than what I'm going. So y'all are just gonna have to be patient or go around.
Yeah. There is a lot of people who just don't understand how to handle driving with trailers, like sharing the road with trailers. They don't understand that there's animals in the back and you can't just drive quick and get around things and do everything.
They don't understand, but I think there's also nowadays a lot of self centeredness and entitlement, and people
Yeah.
don't care about other things. They care about
Me.
themselves and their destination.
Yeah, they care about me, me, me.
Yeah, it's all me, 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 me. And when you have a trailer with live animals in it, whether it's horses, llamas, cows, pigs, whatever, the moment you have live cargo, you don't get to think like that.
Mm-mm.
And you're immediately put onto the defensive driving of all the other drivers who do think like that.
Yes.
Because that is what I've run into.
Hmm.
Is it's not ignorance. It is malicious ignorance. They're choosing to not care and to not improve.
Yeah, they're like, speed up. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta go faster than the speed limit. You gotta go 10 over.
Right. And
And
I'm like,
yeah, no.
the only time I will go if I have a trailer over the speed limit is if I'm on the highway and there's nobody else around. And even then, it's only 5 or 10 over. I'm never doing
Hmm.
very much. You can't stop with a trailer on a dime.
No.
And all these people seem to think you can and they cut you off. So
Yes.
when you have a trailer, that's where good brakes come in too.
Hmm.
That's where good tires come in. You don't slide, you won't fishtail as bad if you do have to slam on your brakes.
Yeah.
Just bear in mind, people are jerks, and all you can do is make sure your trailer is ready.
Yes. And that you're ready. You gotta
Yeah.
just keep your head on a swivel and make sure you're looking out for everything.
Yeah, I mean, with the trips we have coming up, Skylar and I are going to have to come to an understanding that when we pull over for the night, I'm going to go take 20, 30 minutes to decompress from the drive, and she's got to handle the ponies.
Yeah.
And that's teamwork, right? She's not comfortable driving, I am, but
Hmm.
it's immensely stressful trying
It
to.
is.
You've got your cargo you're worried about, you've got all the people around you being idiots
Yeah.
and jerks. So make sure you're ready for that. If
Hmm.
you're getting into this season and you're newer to horses, newer to hauling, bear in mind it's not easy.
It's very stressful.
It's extremely stressful.
And it helps to going into it learning to drive from somebody that you know and trust.
And here's the biggest piece of advice I received too. Don't be afraid to just drive.
Hmm.
If you know you're going to a store that has a bigger parking lot, take your trailer with you.
Yeah.
You can get used to maneuvering it and turning it and driving around busier traffic.
Hmm.
If you just have a free day where you don't have a lot going on, take your trailer around the block. And the other benefit to that too is you get to test your brakes, you get to test your handling, you get to see if
Hmm.
all your wiring works, if your connections are all good, your collar, your hitch, everything.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, just imagine it like when you were first learning how to drive.
yeah.
You went into a parking lot, you did all these things, you practiced with cones. Do the same thing with a trailer.
Yeah,
It's the same thing.
it is. And there are so many different tips and tricks out there. Just find something that works for you.
Hmm.
Because I know the tip of, oh, just turn your wheel the opposite way you want to go did not work for me. That
Mm.
confused the heck out of
That
me.
yeah, my dad tried to teach me that way, and I'm like, I don't get it. It
It makes no
boggles
sense.
my brain.
Yeah, I can't comprehend it. But remembering that the bottom of my steering wheel is where my trailer's going to wind up. So if I send the bottom of my steering wheel to the left, that's where my trailer's going to go. If the bottom of my steering wheel goes to the right, that's where my trailer's going to go.
Mm.
That is what works for me. And that is what I remember. So test drive your trailers. That you will learn so much about how to pull, how to haul. You'll know all of your things are good because you're actively taking it out and using it.
Hmm.
I know a lot of people that will come out of a season and just do an empty drive to make sure it's good to go.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt.
It doesn't. It if anything, it's good.
Hmm.
That way you notice if there is an issue with your brakes or your lights and you don't have live cargo to worry about.
Yes.
The other thing too that you won't discover driving your trailer is how are your trailer floors.
Mm.
That is a big one. That is the difference between life or death.
For your animals.
Yeah, that is the difference between a very expensive vet bill or none at all. That is the difference between trauma or sanity.
Mm.
Check your trailer floors. Like at least once a month, if not every 6 months. I know sometimes
Yeah.
every month you either aren't pulling enough to worry about it, you keep your trailer clean enough to not worry about it, or maybe you just don't have time. I do acknowledge that there are people out there who have 20 million things they're trying to get done in a
Hmm.
day. But 6 months is the max you should go without stripping your trailer completely.
Yeah.
If you have mats, take your mats out. let the floor air, let the floor dry if it's wet.
Yeah.
As previously stated, I have wood floors. So what I do is I will pull all of my mats out. I will hose the floor down. I have a little squeegee thing. I'll scrape all the water out. And then I just let my trailer bake in the sun and let that wood really dry out before I put the mats back in.
Hmm.
That way it doesn't rot. That way none of the wood warps or weakens.
Yeah. And you can also use that time to clean off the mats and
Oh,
clean the
yeah.
outside, everything.
Let your mats dry because moisture does get stuck up under those
Yep.
mats, especially if you have a horse that pees in the trailer.
Hmm.
If you have aluminum floors, taking your mats out helps keep them from rusting.
Yes.
Making sure there's no moisture between the mats and the floor helps keep it from rusting.
Hmm.
And there are products out there now for aluminum floor trailers to help prevent rusting, but we don't have any experience with aluminum floor trailers. We
No,
personally don't
don't
like
use them.
them. Well, and they flex.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like,
And they warp and they bend and yeah.
and flexi floors, some horses don't load them
Mm-mm.
because they don't feel like it's safe.
It's not structurally like
Yeah.
they don't feel that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't blame them. And wood's easier to replace because you can replace a board at a time if you needed to.
Hmm.
So, make sure you're checking everything. Your floor, you're stripping your mats out, you're cleaning really well. Like Skylar and I were just talking, I've got to go through and clean my trailer.
Yeah.
Like, it's not warm enough to strip and hose yet, but I need to go in and take all the manure out and take all the old shavings out, the old hay. But again, I use my trailer very frequently. We're using it at least once a week.
Hmm.
Like, we'll go maybe 2 weeks without using it, and then, oh, it's hooked back up again.
Yep.
And
Here we go.
yeah, I know my life right now is constantly hooking and unhooking, hooking and unhooking.
Oh,
So much time is spent hooking and unhooking the trailer. I've gotten really good at it.
well, good.
It takes like 2 minutes now.
Oh, good. That's great.
It's just annoying to do. But make sure you're checking everything. Make sure you're checking your vents that they open and close. And then here's a big one I did with my trailer last year, right around August-ish. Grease your trailer.
Mm,
Grease your
yeah.
doors, grease your
The
slides, grease your
hinges, everything that
hinges,
moves, grease it.
everything. And you
Hmm.
think I'm joking, but let me tell you the difference it made opening my doors, using my jack, greasing it.
Hmm.
Oh, incredible. And grease offers a lot of benefits. It doesn't just make it easier to open and close and move things, it protects them from water.
Hmm.
It can help prevent rust.
Yeah.
It can help prevent debris getting in there or make it worse depending on the grease you use. But that's where you got to kind of do your own education and research and figure out
Hmm.
what works for your trailer.
Yeah.
Because there is grease for internal systems versus external.
Mm.
But grease all your moving parts, your jack, your doors, all of it. I know because I greased all my doors, I can now safely and quickly get into any door needed on my trailer.
Heck yeah.
Whereas before, my side door
Oh,
was a
that
little
wouldn't open.
sticky.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would open. It
Took
took
a lot of work.
it took a little bit of put your weight into it.
Or like all your weight or two people's weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my sliding door didn't move at all.
No. That was solid.
My sliding door was not budging. And that is actually something I probably need to do this spring is get in there and clean out all the old grease and re-grease it.
Hmm.
Because what happened was before I got my trailer, it was just sitting in a barn. And what happens when things sit and don't move, things get dry, grease does kind of gunk up, is the
Hmm.
best way I can describe it.
Almost like cement.
Yeah, and it kind of seizes a little bit,
Yeah.
and that's all that happened. So the solution is just go in there and get all that old grease and debris out, grease it up again with some nice fresh stuff, and move it back and forth a bunch. Really make sure you work it in there,
Yeah.
and it'll be good as gold.
Hmm.
But thankfully, my trailer's been very well maintained, and I'm just trying to keep up on it.
Yeah.
If my biggest issue is the door doesn't want to slide,
That's an okay issue to
yeah,
have.
yeah. But
And we're not talking about like the back door we're talking about, it's like a little.
So I have a stock style trailer,
Yes.
and my back door has two ways to open it.
Mhm.
There's a sliding man door. You could fit a pony through it, but I don't know that you would really want to.
It's more for livestock than it is
Yeah.
like
Or you can just
horses.
open the whole back and swing it wide.
Swing the door. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're talking about the little one that slides, not the actual whole door itself.
No.
Yeah.
But it's nice having it slide, so if you are traveling, you can just kind of slip in that little slidey door. The
Mhm.
horses aren't tempted to run through it, and you can just slip in, offer water or whatever.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of what you're doing at the beginning of the season is checking all of that, making sure it's all good, making sure everything moves that's supposed to move, making sure everything that's not supposed to move is stable.
Yes.
Make sure your floor is secure.
Mhm.
Make sure you're cleaning your trailer really well.
And cleaning out like the old tack, maybe bits of tack that you're not using,
Yeah.
extra buckets, extra things in there that don't really supposed to be or not necessarily needed. That's a big part about cleaning it is just getting all the
Yeah.
extras out and only having the essentials or things that you need for an emergency.
Yeah, that's a big thing. I notice a lot of people kind of clutter up their trailers and you sit there going,
It's very easy to do, let's
it's
be honest.
very, well, my tax space is small enough. I can't. I have to be very, like,
Mhm.
aware of what I'm putting in there. So, like, the only things that really stay in my trailer permanently, I have like two water buckets in there. I have a first aid kit I'll keep in there as long as the weather's
Mhm.
not too hot or too cold. Um, those are really the only. I keep some extra ties in there, like bucket ties or cross ties.
Yeah, and extra halters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but those are like that's all I keep in there permanently.
Mhm.
Everything else I try to constantly take out so I don't clutter it up,
Yeah.
and it makes it easier on me when I do finally strip everything out to clean it out all really well. I don't have as much
Yeah.
items.
Yeah, I know in the past when we had larger tack rooms in our trailers, it got so easy to just throw everything in there, everything that we might need, and then it turned into, oh, we'll leave it in the trailer. We don't really need it in in the tack room. Oh, we don't really need it in the barn. We'll just leave it in the trailer, and then more things got cluttered in there. And I feel like a lot of people can relate if you
And
have
honestly
ever
though,
been in our situation.
that's a decent segue into living quarter style trailers.
Yes.
Trailers with tack rooms. How do we prepare those for the beginning of the season?
Yeah, so it's a little bit of a different story. I have a little bit of experience with living quarters, but not much. So
No, it's not really
we're still
something
learning.
yeah.
We are definitely still
And with our
learning.
plans to buy a living quarter trailer, we're definitely trying to do our research and do our due diligence.
Yes. Yes, but the main thing is a lot of same maintenance that, Shelby and I have been talking about is with the living quarters. The only difference is you have a livable space inside for the people or your pets. Like us, we're probably going to have our pets there
Oh, we're
too.
gonna be just problematic individuals.
Yes. So the beginning of the season is pretty nice. The end of the season is where it's different because the end of the season you have to do something called winterizing your vehicle and your trailer, making sure that you drain all water out of all of the tanks. So that means your white water, your gray water, everything, even the black. So get all the sewage out of there. Don't leave anything. And that includes like from your shower, from your faucet, any, backup tanks. It
Drain all of the
all
lines.
has to go out. Otherwise, you run the risk of those lines freezing, expanding, or bursting. And nobody wants to deal with that. Let me tell you, my family had to take care of our sewage tank after it froze and expanded, and that was disgusting. It was absolutely disgusting. So take it from me, you don't want to deal with it. Trust me. So after you do that, you can also take out your battery and check your electrical. All of your electrical components for the trailer, if it's in extremely cold weather, it could drain your battery, it could make your battery die. There's just so many things that could go wrong. So taking it out eliminates all of those possibilities. and keeping it in a dry, cool place over the winter. That's the big thing. And then you can check all your electric, make sure the wires are good, make sure there's nothing going on, nothing funky. If a mouse maybe got in there, because there are pests that can get in your trailers. We had
Well,
mice.
that goes
Yeah,
for any
any
trailer.
trailer. Yeah,
Possums, raccoons, mice, they can get in your trailers and they can cause some serious damage.
yeah.
Whether it's a living quarters or not. They
It's
can
not fun.
No.
No, and if
They're
they
called pests for a reason.
exactly, yes, and if they're chewing on your wires, that could damage your brakes, that could damage your lights, that could damage so much, and it could be really expensive down the line. So, making sure that you're, maintaining it, you're at least going in, peeking your head in, looking around, making sure there's nothing amiss or that there's no
Well, that's a really good thing you should be
pests.
doing anyway is open your trailer up.
Yes.
Let it air out, let it circulate, let it
That was my next point.
yeah.
You want to open up your cabinets. You want to open up any drawers, anything that will allow the movement of air inside the trailer during the winter. Even if there's not going to be, any heat or anything on inside.
Think about what we do with our houses.
Hmm.
So, when we leave for vacation, yes, your house is closed up when you leave, but when you get back, you usually open up windows, you usually get your furnace or whatever going, you usually vacuum.
Hmm.
You don't want stagnant air,
No.
whether it's in your trailer or your house.
Yeah, you want some type of movement. Now, obviously, with the winter, you don't want to leave windows open, but you
But
do
for an
want to
hour a
keep.
day or
Exactly. It's
something,
okay if it's dry
yeah.
outside, it's not raining, snow can't get in. The big thing is remembering to close them afterwards.
Remembering to seal up your trailer for weather,
Yes.
not
Yeah.
letting it rain inside there through your sunroof or something.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that was not fun. Did that once.
Yeah.
Never again.
And that's the other thing. A big thing you see it in RV groups all the time, but even on even on living quarter trailers or LQs,
Hmm.
um, make sure you're checking your roof seals around
Yes.
your vents,
All your
around your
seals.
windows.
Yes.
Well, what roof is tends to be the big one because
Because
that's
the
where water
sun
sits and that's where the sun
the
bakes.
sun hits it,
Yeah.
so it starts to erode, and the water sits, so it's just the perfect storm.
But really check all your seals in all
Yes.
your trailers. I mean, I watch even on mine in my little tack space, I watch those seals.
Hmm.
I'll probably be replacing them here in the next year or so, but
Yeah.
if I can make them last longer, I'm going to.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's really important because as soon as water gets inside your living area, that's where mold can form, and you don't want to deal
Mold
with
is
that.
very hard to deal with and get out once it's in.
Yes.
And think about this. So, some people are more sensitive to mold, like Skylar
Me,
is. Yeah.
I am what
Um,
you call a mold detector.
yeah. Guess who had to drive 24 hours straight because someone was too sick to drive?
Yeah. That was not fun.
I'm still not sure how I managed
I
that.
don't know how you managed either. I'm surprised we didn't just pull over and just sleep. But good for you.
I just had to crash for a couple hours when we got back.
Oh my gosh, yeah. We
Skylar
both
went
just
straight to
died.
bed. I just passed out on her couch.
Yeah.
We got back and it was just we were out.
We were done.
Yeah. Um but yeah, like think about people are really sensitive to it, but like some trailers with tack rooms, there's not a solid divide between the tack space and the horses.
Mm-mm.
Your horses can be just as sensitive to mold too.
Yeah.
So check your if you have patty in your trailers. I know sometimes the inside is foam.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure your padding's not molding and isn't wet. Make sure your carpet in your tack space isn't wet or molding.
Yes, that's a big thing. The flooring in those
Yeah.
areas. You got to make sure they're waterproof, that no water is getting in from underneath.
You want to make sure there's no moisture really getting in at all. Or
Mm-hmm.
if you know it's going to be more moist, it's going to have a higher chance of molding. Make sure there's airflow.
Airflow, and then find ways to kind of get rid of the moisture in the air.
Yeah.
There's dehumidifiers,
There's wet
fans.
gone products.
Yeah.
What there's one that comes in a bag and you hang it and it's supposed to absorb all the moisture
Oh,
from the air. You know
yeah.
what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about, but I can't think of it either.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on the name.
How
but
convenient.
yeah. But there's so many products out there that don't require electricity to absorb the moisture in a
Mhm.
space. And you can even save like the silica packets from your shoe boxes when you buy a new pair of shoes.
If you buy any food products that have
Yeah.
extra ones in them, yeah.
Yeah, use those silica packets to help with moisture control as well.
Yeah.
There's so many ways to deal with stuff without spending a boatload of money.
Mhm.
And Skylar and I are in a position where we're going to be more aware of those methods and we're going to encourage other people as well.
Yeah. So once we find out the tips and tricks ourselves, we'll definitely be talking about it on the podcast and find out, what
Yeah.
works with us, things that we've kind of
And we'll do
mishmashed.
our goal is to get a trailer and renovate it ourselves.
Yes.
As long as everything's solid on the horse section and the frame,
Mhm.
we plan to do the living quarter section ourselves. And we will kind of walk through what works, what doesn't work. We'll give you guys a tour.
Mhm.
And that way you guys know that yes, horses is expensive, but that doesn't mean you have to spend an arm and a leg on everything.
No, there's ways to save money and there's ways to do things that help you out
Yeah.
financially.
Hence the silica packet suggestion. Is it ideal? No, most of us would like to be able to go out and buy a dehumidifier or some fancier moisture control, but
Mhm.
that's not always ideal.
No.
And I know for some people they've got to be really careful about how much power they're drawing in their LQ.
Yes.
So, generators take money to keep running.
Mhm.
And so, maybe your focus is you just want to have a mini fridge going and your AC. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you don't want a dehumidifier draining your battery, so you're going to have to
Yep.
figure out a solution. If you have a sink, you're going to want to figure out how to make that work without power.
Mhm.
So, you're going through your trailer and you're prepping for the season, and moisture control is a big one.
Yeah. Well, in touching base a little bit on what you were saying is cables. Make sure you have electric. Like if you're taking
And
your
make sure
living
you check your
quarters.
electrical.
Yes.
There are so many fires that are preventable if you just had checked your electrical,
Mhm.
sealed it off for the season. I know I have a crap ton of outlets in my barn, which is great, but it's a barn. There's dust, there's hay. So I went
Yep.
through and those little baby protectors,
Oh,
I
yeah.
put those on all my outlets
That's smart.
to keep the dust and everything out.
Keep it out of there.
Yeah.
Very smart. Yeah, and I'm even talking people that are taking their living quarters to campgrounds that have electrical outputs. Make sure you have the proper, cabling and the proper
Oh,
connectors.
make sure you have a fire extinguisher. So there's
Yes.
different labels for fire extinguishers based on your goal. Electrical, chemical, and there's a third one.
I can't
I
remember.
know, I'm drawing blank too. But there's three types of fire extinguishers. You can get a fire extinguisher that can manage all three.
Mhm.
Make sure, whether your trailer is living quarter or stock, make sure you have a fire extinguisher on hand. Make sure it is not expired. Make sure it is rated for what you need it for.
Yes.
And make sure you know how to use it.
Yes.
That is probably the biggest thing going into the season and getting ready to haul. Trailer fires can happen so quickly because your brakes overheat, your electrical if you're camping,
Mhm.
and much like a barn, your trailer is just a tinderbox.
Mhm.
The shavings, the hay, the gas.
The tack. Yeah.
Yeah. So, big thing going into the season. Take preventative actions.
Mhm.
Make sure your brakes are good, make sure your floor is good. Make sure your wiring's good, but also make sure you have a fire extinguisher.
Yes. Be prepared in case something happens so that you have it
Yeah. It's better to be prepared and not need something than need something and
and
not
not
have
be
it.
prepared. Yeah.
And it's always better to take the time to be sure. Even if people tell you you're being a worrywart and that it'll be okay, you'd rather know for sure that you did everything in your
And
power.
that you're covered. Like
Yeah.
you've got it taken care of.
Yeah. Because, I mean, there's also the liability aspect. If something happens and you're hauling
Mm.
client horses, if something happens, you're hauling your friend's horses, maybe it's not even your trailer.
Mhm.
You're still responsible because you're the one pulling it. You're the
Yes.
one taking care of those animals.
Yes.
Better to be preventative than trying to deal with the aftermath.
Yeah.
Because it is amazing how quickly things can just go south.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of semi drivers out there that can probably tell you, like, how quickly their brakes overheated going down a hill.
Yeah, sharing their horror stories.
Yeah. Honestly, that might not be a bad idea is talk to a semi driver.
Mhm.
Just get some experience about what it is like hauling in high winds, what it's
Mhm.
like hauling on the mountains and
Oh my
everything.
goodness. Yes.
But big thing with trailers, guys, is a lot like your tack.
Mhm.
Keep an eye on it. Always be looking at it, always be doing quick inspections. Do
Yes.
maintenance. Like do a good deep thorough investigation or clean
Mhm.
every so often. And when I say every so often, I don't mean once a year
No.
or once every 5 years. Like
Like
depending on how often you
once
use
a
your
month,
trailer.
maybe
Yeah.
once every 3 months if you don't use it very often.
But the biggest thing if you want to prevent things is just be on top of it.
Mhm.
Always be checking your trailer, looking over your trailer, have fire extinguishers, all of it.
Mhm.
Walk in your trailer, bounce on your trailer floor, take a ride in your trailer.
Yes.
Like, there are so many ways that just take 5 minutes, 10 minutes that can save you hours of agony in the future.
Mhm.
That may even save you or your horse's life in the future.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Trailer accidents can happen so quickly.
Mhm.
There's a lot of weight back there,
There's a lot of weight.
and it's moving weight.
It's yeah, it's shifting, it's leaning, it's stomping, your horses will do everything in the trailer. So you're going to feel that. And the trailer's going to shift on the road, it's going to jump on the road, it's going to
The
drag.
wind can catch you.
Yep.
Make sure you're ready for the season.
Mhm.
Do your maintenance, do your preventative, and how you prepare for the winter. If you're one of those folks who puts their trailer up for the winter, how you prepare for that also affects how you go into the beginning of the season. Do
Yes.
you cover your trailer? Do you leave it uncovered? Do
Mhm.
you cover your tires? Do you leave your tires uncovered? Do you leave your tires directly on the ground or do you kind of put your trailer up on a little lift?
Oh, and that's something too. When you are, say, storing your trailer over winter, do not put it in grass or
No.
mud. If you put it in
No.
grass or mud, you're going to get more rust.
You're
You're
going to get rust and you're also going to get more rot.
Yeah.
So, rubber can dry rot,
Yes.
but it can also rot from over contact with moisture.
Hmm.
That's what happens to a lot of windshield wiper blades
Yes.
is they start to kind of rot from the moisture sitting on them and constantly moving the moisture.
Hmm.
Um that's really your biggest concern is wet.
Yeah.
You're not going to there's a reason that cars out of Arizona, California, Texas have a I don't want to say higher resale value, but it's a little bit better because they don't have the same risk of rust that us in these
Yes.
northern states do.
I think Michigan and
I
Pennsylvania,
I
they have
know
really bad
yeah,
rusting.
I know a lot of people that won't buy vehicles
Yeah.
that come from anything more north than Ohio because
Yes.
the salt and everything is so much higher.
Yes.
That's why people who live on coastal areas, their vehicles don't aren't worth reselling or aren't worth
Hmm.
importing. Like if you live in Hawaii, you're not going to import a vehicle because the salt damage,
Yeah.
the rust. There's no point.
Yeah.
You can buy a nicer vehicle on the mainland away from this ocean air.
Yeah.
So, salt is your biggest enemy. Moisture is
Moisture.
your biggest enemy.
So keeping it dry, keeping it on level ground, so concrete or gravel is going to be your best option for storing over the winter or
Yeah.
even just during the season when you're not using it.
Yeah. And move your trailer around. Don't let your trailer just sit in one spot for an
Mm,
extended period of time. Unless it
yeah.
is in a barn or a storage facility or a warehouse or something covered, do not leave your trailer in one spot.
No. That's what I see all the time is people trying to sell trailers that have just sat in a field for years. It's like you're not going to be able to sell that. It's not usable.
You're also not going to be able to get it out.
No.
I know of somebody, I don't know why they decided to do it. They wanted to sell a trailer. It had not moved from where they had parked it in grass for like 3 years. So it was sunk.
Yeah.
The trailers were half in the ground
Hmm.
and the grass had all grown around it and everything was like reclaiming it. And someone was like, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna go buy that." And it's like, how about no?
So I
And then
actually bought a
trying to
trailer that
and then trying to get it out of that, I think it took them like
yeah. I bought a trailer from a friend of a friend that was like that. It was going to be my first trailer, little 2-horse bumper pull, and I knew it needed work. Like I knew that it was in bad shape. I knew it had been sitting, and then I had somebody else pick it up for me, and he brought it back and was like, "You shouldn't use this trailer." And so I looked at it, I saw the damage in person. The person wasn't very forthright on all the damage and everything that the condition that it was in, which is very typical. And
sadly.
yeah, unfortunately. So I ended up just selling it. But I actually made money off of it. I made almost double the price, which I was really surprised. Some guy wanted it to make into one of those mobile bars because it was really big at the time. And I was like, go for it. That's something you want to do. But
Right, and
you got to pay
honestly,
attention.
it gives the trailer new life. It's not safe to haul horses, but
Hmm.
for people, sure.
It's totally fine to just have a little mobile bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know for like when I see people do that with like perfectly good, nice trailers, I'm like, oh, it hurts my soul.
Yeah.
But on trailers like that are no longer in a condition for horses,
Yeah. It's not safe for animals at all.
yeah, go for
It's
it.
fine. Yeah. Reuse it.
Yeah, like you're not gonna have the weight in there. You're not gonna have the constant fluctuation of weight.
Hmm.
Give the trailer new life. I'm all for reuse instead of make new.
Or
Like,
letting it just sit in a field and
yeah,
deteriorate until it's contaminating the entire area.
yeah. I'm all for do what you can
Hmm.
to preserve what we have.
Yeah.
There's so much out there. There's no point in making new stuff all the time.
No. No.
So big thing with trailers, just always be looking at them.
Hmm.
Drive them empty. Make sure you're always checking on everything. I know Skylar and I, every time we use my trailer, we do a
We
walk
do a walk
around.
around or 2 walk-arounds. Yeah.
I mean, if you get out of the truck, might as well.
Hmm.
At the very least, double check your connection and your chains and everything.
Yes. Make sure everything's latched. Windows are open as they should be.
Yep. Make sure if you have windows on your trailer, please close them.
Yeah.
Don't let your horses hang their heads out while you're driving.
Yeah. Oh gosh. I see that so much.
Well, and I've seen reports from semi truck drivers. They're like, please put your horses' heads in.
Yeah.
We don't want to decapitate your horse.
No, or we don't want to injure your horse. We don't
Right.
want to mess up anything.
And some of those roads are so narrow.
Hmm.
I just put your horse's head in the freaking trailer, please.
And shrapnel bouncing up off the
Their
road,
eyes.
debris. It's just don't do it. Do not
Don't.
let them stick their heads out of the windows. Put the
No.
bars up. Actually, put a screen up.
Put
Give
bars up,
some
put
type
a
of barrier.
screen.
Yeah.
Like, you'll only do it once, and then you'll open the trailer to either a decapitated horse or your horse halfway through the window because they thought they could jump through it.
Yeah.
You only do it once, but why should your horse pay the price?
Yeah.
So, preventative care, make sure your trailer's safe for your horse.
Yep.
Make sure you're doing your maintenance and your cleaning and your checking.
Keep an eye on everything.
Make sure you have a fire extinguisher with you.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you know how to use the fire extinguisher.
Yes.
And if you ride with people, make sure you guys have a plan in place if there is an emergency.
Yeah.
Who's going to maintain the horses? Who's going to call the emergency services?
Yes. If you're trailering with a big group and you guys each have your own rigs, have a communication system in place.
Absolutely. And be keeping an eye out for each other.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure, like, if you notice smoke coming off of one of your friends' trailers, you let them know immediately
Yes.
that they need to pull over and cool their tires down,
Mm-hmm.
cool their brakes down. So, just the biggest thing, guys, with trailers is just be vigilant.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you're doing your maintenance, doing your daily inspections.
Make a plan.
Make sure you're just laying eyes on every part of your trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yes.
this episode went a little longer than I expected, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with all the info we covered.
Yeah. And if there's something that we didn't cover as much as you would want us to, let us know.
Yeah.
Like, we'll talk about things, anything that you want us to talk about.
And all of this information is stuff that you need to know.
Yes.
So, if we have to cover it again at a later base, we'll do that too.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is just very important information for everybody to know, regardless of if you only pull a 2-horse bumper pull or a 6-horse gooseneck. Regardless of if you have living quarters or stock, it does not matter. you
A
need to be
trailer is a
ready.
trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you need to be ready.
Yep.
So
we hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and we hope to see you in the next one. We hope you enjoyed this week's topic. Join us for new episodes every Sunday. And to keep up with the herd, be sure to follow us on Instagram at The Highline Herd and visit our website at thehighlineherd.com. We hope you enjoy the show. See you next week.